Tua.
Got it. Got it.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Tonight. I love you. Always have. We do 1995's Braveheart as covered in film, coming at you again this Thursday. We got Joe Morgan, the bearded baritone,
Always.
and back for. Oh, did you want to say something? No, it's cool. Wait,
that was good enough.
wait.
I was clearing the throat.
Wait.
Ready to go. I just want to say
back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Go ahead and say it.
No, I just wanted to say hi. My name is Jason. Nice to see you. It's been a while. You know, tip of the Trojan to you. It's been a while, but let's get this party started.
That's right. Like tag team, he's back again.
Check
so
it.
We're gonna check it, wreck it, and let's begin with Jason. Jason, break down Braveheart for us. Be Braveheart. Well, you're the real Braveheart.
Man, well, break it down. I mean, I really think it's just, you know, Mel Gibson's first attempt of fighting the British. I mean, he did it in this movie and also in The Patriot.
Which one came first, this movie or The Patriot?
This movie.
I believe this one. I think that the role could have been better played by another actor. Personally, I think he was a little too old to play that role.
You don't say.
Throwing that out there.
Sylvester Stallone definitely could have filled those boots better. I mean,
oh my God, no, he needed somebody 20 years as junior.
You know, I think he did okay for his role, but I think he had to do the role just for financial reasons, for the, you know, financial stability of the movie. He had to play the title role, but I think he just wasn't the right fit for the part personally. I think I like him in Lethal Weapon better personally, but just throwing that out there. But Braveheart in general,
I mean, Lethal Weapon era Gibson would have been hot in this role.
Yeah, that would have been the proper age, kind of.
Maybe
he still needs to be younger. No, like I wrote the note. In real life, she would have been like 14. Murrin. Like, you know what I mean? If we're talking, this is 1300s into 1200, 1300s. She would have been 14. He would have been 18.
Maybe. Maybe. Probably more like 15 or 16.
When they do the we just got married sex scene, I'm like, yep, just a couple of 20-year-olds in the woods. Yeah, both of them were like 40 something. Yeah. Anyway, what about a rating, Jason? You give this movie anywhere on a sliding scale from 1 to 5?
Oh, we're doing
no, just kidding. Now. We do A through F. Just kidding.
Like, fuck, dude. Make me do math over here.
Ben's throwing all the curveballs tonight.
I can tell.
You got that right.
I'm a C plus B minus range for this one personally.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I like the movie. It's definitely. I think it's just because I've watched it so many damn times now. I feel, you know, it's one of those movies that I wish I could watch the first time again. Personally, you know, I think that now I've watched it over and over and over again, it kind of loses its nostalgia. But definitely that first time would have been a better rating. But now that I've seen it a couple times, you know, you see all the people talk about the way it doesn't match historical parts, and the very first line stays in the movie something along the lines of, you know, some people might call me a liar or some shit. Well, the whole fucking movie's damn near a liar. So, I mean, you're gonna start off with the wrong foot, I guess, but
the Times rated it number 2 of the most historically inaccurate movies ever made.
Yeah,
damn.
Number 2.
I wonder what's number 1. Inception.
Catch Me If You Can. Click the link. Complete farce. All right.
Nice.
All right. So we got the low B, high C range.
Real quick, Peter Traquair, I don't know if I pronounced that right or what, but has referred
Did
to
he write
Wallace's
in with the rating?
Farcical representation is a wild and hairy Highlander painted with woad 1,000 years too late, running amok in a tartan kilt 500 years too early.
Wow.
Right.
So yeah, historical inaccuracies abound.
some research shows that the real William Wallace was kind of a loose cannon, fucking, and was also a knight, like definitely not a peasant. He had some money. Uh, as far as the movie is concerned, however, Joe, what are your thoughts? Does Braveheart hold up for you,
I
or
mean,
has it tarnished?
so for me, it's been a while since I watched Braveheart, and coming back to it was just, it was like warm apple pie. It was just really nice to just slide back into this movie.
Wow.
um,
Damn.
I really enjoyed it. There had been some sequencing and smaller scenes that I had kind of forgotten. Obviously, the highlights stand out. Some men are longer than others. You must have been your mom was telling you stories about me again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never liked him anyways. He wasn't right in the head.
Right.
I mean, the quotables in this movie are thick,
Right.
It's still a solid A for me. Like all of the criticism aside, this movie is well shot. It's entertaining. The battle scenes are well choreographed. I enjoyed it.
All right.
Yeah. Battle scenes, definitely good. The glory
battle scenes, definitely. I don't want to bury the lead, but we're going to talk about them here shortly. What was the other thing you said that I wanted to bring up? Damn it, you talk so fast.
So smooth, so fast.
Yeah, I don't know about an A. I would probably give this movie like a solid B. Over time, I agree with Jason. It has gotten a little tarnished in the viewings, especially when you start looking into it and it's like, oh, this is, it's not at all based in history. However, who gives a shit? It's a movie. It's got fucking lots of running, lots of swordplay, some of the best battles you've seen, a really good story. Yeah. I remember the impact of the loss of his young love, like you said, Jason, in the first viewing. You're really like, oh shit, they really took it away, and I can see this guy getting back at everybody. So, it's Braveheart. I'm Braveheart, bitch. That's my favorite quote.
I mean, I agree. The more times that you watch it, but like the only disagreement I have with both of your guys' ratings is that your qualifier in there is I've watched it so many times.
Right.
And I feel like that is in and of itself an endorsement that should at least be a letter grade higher than what you're currently getting.
I haven't watched it in a long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched Tremors a million times. That doesn't give making an A.
Right, but who owned this on? I mean, who owned a physical copy of this?
You had to get a double VHS set,
right,
in order to own it. They did not have it on one.
Let's see, a show of hands. Who owned the double VHS set?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who owned the DVD set?
I don't know that I ever went DVD.
Who owned it on Blu-ray?
No. Who still owns it on Blu-ray?
I still own it on Blu-ray.
Who had it on PSP?
I think he did actually. No.
No. And I just got rid of my final PSP movies. It felt so bad.
Proud of you.
But I got rid of them.
Closing of a chapter.
That's right. Yep. PSP is no longer. I'm never going to get it running again. I got to just embrace it and move on. Characters in this movie. We're not getting to getting the wad out yet, but as far as characters go, you hit on it, Joe. My favorite is definitely Campbell, the father of Hamish.
Hands down.
Is there any character better in this movie than that guy? Jason, you got anybody you like more?
I don't know. I have to agree with you. I wish I could disagree with you to have more things to talk about, but yeah, I agree with you, man.
David O'Hara as Stephen of Ireland would be the close running second for me.
Yeah, agreed.
He's that guy.
I really love Hamish. I also love Hamish, but and we aren't to the actors yet, but Chibs from Son of Anarchy is in this.
Naturally, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, he's McClana. Sean
McGinley
is McClana.
Claims the right of a husband. All right. Coming out of left field. You guys ready? Pay attention.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Born ready.
Ready? I got a game for you.
All right.
Joan of Arc, William Wallace, or Robin Hood. I'll ask you a question and you tell me the Joan of Arc, William Wallace, or Robin Hood. You ready?
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Their personal insignia bore the symbol of the archer.
Joan of Arc.
Robin Hood? I would have to say Robin Hood.
That was William Wallace.
Man.
William Wallace. Yep. He's the only one with the real insignia. Yeah. Social status was considered a yeoman.
Joan of Arc.
On the ranking.
Joan of Arc.
I think I have a Joan of Arc in all of them. I'm going to say Robin Hood.
Robin Hood is correct. Robin Hood is correct.
Damn it. Damn. I got it this time. I'm ready.
Which Robin Hood is it?
He's not real, so it's just the one from the stories. Was 19
Joan of Arc
when executed by the English.
Joan of Arc.
That is correct.
Hey!
All right. We have a winner.
She was just 17 when she first got fame in a very specific battle, and then 2 years later didn't have a series of wins, and the English were like, oh, you do demonic shit. Do you repent? No.
Do you feel like that role was better matched to the age, the actor better matched to the age in the Joan of Arc movie?
I mean, I guess it depends on how old Mila Jovovich was, but probably. I mean, dude, Mel Gibson's a full 2 decades away, 3 decades away. Like
he said 3.
It was.
We're moving on.
I don't know. Yeah. Their killing of William de Haringis was considered to have started the rebellion. This person killed this guy.
Robin Hood.
William Wallace?
Split decision. Goes to Jason again. That was William Wallace. William Wallace. Not lastly. I'm sorry, my bad. By all accounts, not a fan of muff diving.
Robin Hood.
That was Robin Hood. Yeah. It's I don't know. And then last one on his rider had he required local homeless people to be hired for jobs on his movies. That's Robin Williams.
Yeah, no,
that's
I knew that one.
Yeah, that's not actually any of those 3. Dick. All right. What's the best battle in the movie? What is your favorite fight in this movie?
Oh, man. Jason, lead out.
Test of manhood.
Yeah, is that right? It's like barely a confrontation, and that's your favorite?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't know, but the favorite scene I have is when the guy hits the guy with the helmet on with the big old mallet thing, and his head goes plunk. I don't know why that scene that's always caught me.
The first battle.
I don't know.
Blows out the side.
I mean,
Battle of Stirling Bridge, technically, but
when he throws the sword or claymore or whatever the hell it's called out in the middle of the battle at the last fight, I mean that's probably the moment for me, right? That was pretty legit, but that's just me.
Yeah,
you don't even see that actual fight. Yeah, what's Ben's?
Yeah,
right. That's just it just starts. Mine is always and if I gotta only have one of the 2, I would take the first part, but his revenge attack. Where they take over, dude, that's so good when he comes in on the horse. Although I did note that almost 3 hours long, this movie could have been a clean 2.5 if he would have cut back some of the slow-mo. Just we fucking get it already, dude. So much slow-mo.
He has to look down to the left a lot too, so that's an extra 15 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, at least 30.
Yeah,
it could have been
a solid
catch him
2. Doing that.
I didn't either. I was looking for it. I was looking.
Yeah, me too.
I was looking.
Out of curiosity, is Braveheart or the Patriot longer? Do you guys know?
Oh, Braveheart. By probably a good half hour.
Think so?
Oh yeah.
All right, well,
I
quite
haven't
possible.
looked.
I didn't look it up.
Braveheart is 2 hours and 58 minutes. The Patriot is 2
Uh-huh.
hours and 55 minutes. 3 minutes.
Oh, hey.
3
Look at
minutes.
this. Jason bringing the
3
trivia.
minutes. Nice.
I've
Very
been
nice.
slipping.
Yeah. Doing good. You didn't even have to Google it, which gets you extra points. Way to go on that.
I get a sticker at the
We
end.
got, just in case anybody's wondering, we've got Russ on assignment this week. We said we were going to do Braveheart, and he thought we were going to go to Scotland and reenact Braveheart. Apparently, he doesn't listen to a lot of things that we say. But
well, which is funny though, because he called and left a message on the Covered in Film line for us tonight, and it was a real short message. It just said, "You are but."
Yeah. And he is sourcing kilts for the merch store too at this point. Pretty sure.
Right.
Link is at the bottom, right? Yeah.
He said he's going to try them all on in the traditional way. I don't know what that is, but get yours now before they're gone. Budget of 70 million, box office draw $213 million. Won the best Oscar for this year. Was one of only a few movies, I don't remember the other ones, so I'll just blanket statement a few, where they had no nominations in the acting categories, but won for best film.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Isn't it?
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It beat out Sense and Sensibility, Il Postino, Babe, which already, like, seriously, Babe versus Braveheart. Babe's obviously better. And Apollo 13.
Wow.
That'll do.
That's rough.
Yeah, I mean, the acting is better than Apollo 13, but I mean, is it a better movie?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, and went head to head with another Scottish Highlander movie, Rob Roy. Same year.
Which did not get a lot of acclaim, even though it had the Liam Neesons in it.
Dude, when he friggin' cuts that dead cow open and climbs inside it. Have you seen Rob Roy?
No, but that's Star Wars, so I know what you're talking about.
No, yeah, no, it's straight out of Star Wars. Yeah, no, he friggin' at one point running and has to hide and cuts this friggin' Highland cow open that's been dead for who knows how long. I can't even imagine what that must have been like.
Probably that
foreshadowing of Qui-Gon Jinn.
Probably a better depiction even than they depict in The Remnant or Revenant.
Yeah.
Revenant. Yeah. It's brutal.
The Remnant.
The Remnant. It's the one scene in that movie that just sticks out the most for me.
Yeah.
Climbing in cows. Got it.
Well, that and when he cuts the guy completely in two with a claymore. That was pretty awesome. Rob Roy, watch it.
I always thought they showed him like wearing a tweed jacket and shit. No. Huh. Anyway, what's your favorite scene for the weather that's in that scene?
Well, what about my favorite fight scene?
Weather.
Oh yeah, why don't you get to it instead of talking about Rob Roy and some bullshit?
Dude. When the little boys start beating each other up in the beginning.
Yeah, when he fights Hamish.
Like Hamish. I mean, no, I thought it was funny. It was funny. It was like, oh wow, in 1300, boys just fought and laughed. Like he just punched him in the fucking mouth, and they just started laughing and playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. I agree with Ben. For me, it's the opening fight. Like it just sets the tone for every fight after. It's the one. You know. One of the biggest nitpicks I have about the later fights is all of the charging scenes and how fucking horrific their cuts are. I'm charging with my sword out. I'm charging with an axe. I'm charging. I don't have anything. I'm charging. I'm wearing a helmet. I'm charging. I got a shield. Wait, this is all the same charge. You've like taken 15 steps. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. Well, he's got like a little thing next to him and he's just pulling shit off of it, using them up. One-time use. You don't want to be, getting somebody else's blood on your weapon and then cutting somebody else. That's inhumane.
Whatever. I feel like I'm watching a Fortnite stream and the guy just keeps cycling through his weapons.
I had to do some search on it to
Nice.
see if they had any animals hurt in this movie because I was kind of curious if those real horses, but I guess there was no animals hurt in the movie making.
No, that was actually a point of pride for him.
I guess he said at one point he bet someone like $5 to tell which ones are real, which ones are fake throughout the movie, and no one can win the money. I guess. I mean, I don't know about that, but
heard at the time I wasn't able to verify and research that at the time this movie employed the most amputees.
Wow.
For the battle scenes. I wasn't able to verify that fact in my 5 minutes of research before we hit record, but
it sounds cool enough to mention.
Hey, it's worth mentioning, right? Because how many motherfucking legs and arms and other, I mean, this movie more than any other movie I've ever seen doesn't shy away from those close-ups of, all right, that dude's leg's gone. Like they cut that motherfucker clean off.
That first leg he takes off is so brutal. That dude, the way he screams at having, oh god, yeah, dude, that first fight is just badass. All right, let's get to it. If we don't do it, it's gonna make us just angry for the rest of the show. Let's get the wad out. So, written by some dude, directed by Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
He didn't want to act in this movie, but the studio said either you're the title character or it's not getting made. So he made the deal.
I want to back up for just a half a second because Ben just says written by some dude. So the guy's name is actually Randall Wallace. So oddly, no relation. No relation. But actually won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay.
Right. And also shows he has written the upcoming sequel to The Passion of the Christ.
Yikes.
So, yikes is right.
I think before Paramount said they would do the movie with him being the lead, he went to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers did say they'd be willing to consider funding the movie as long as he did another Lethal Weapon, and he said no. But then he went to do Lethal Weapon 4 afterwards. Either way.
And then, again, looking at his credits, Lethal Weapon 5, directed by Mel Gibson, in production.
Are you serious? Get the fuck out of here.
By Mel Gibson.
You're lying.
It's going to be an IMAX 3D.
That's right. You got to IMDb it. So, as a director, not as an actor, where he's got 76 credits, but as a director, 9 films Mel Gibson's directed. What's your favorite?
Which ones have has he directed?
Yeah, I mean, you name the 9? Can you name 2 of the 9?
That's all you got to worry about.
I'm just going to say Braveheart. All right, I'm just going to say Braveheart.
I mean, probably Braveheart.
Or if
I can look real quick. Apocalypto, Hacksaw Ridge.
Man Without a Face.
Man Without a Face.
Passion of the Christ.
Was he in Apocalypto? I don't think he was.
No, he just directed it.
Okay. I mean, that was a pretty good movie, though. I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
I'm only seeing 4 credits to him or 5 credits to him as a director.
Well, he's got Lethal Weapon 5 and Passion sequel coming up.
Oh, well.
Oh.
That's still only 7.
And he directed some other bullshit.
I guess I won't
see that. Then he's got some TV bullshit he did. I'll tell you what his worst films were, though, is What Women Want and The Singing Detective. The fact that I went to go see What Women Want in the movie theater with my mom, and that was just an awful fucking movie. I feel like I wanted to live out the South Park episode where they go ask their money back for Passion of the Christ. But then you'd have to deal with Mel Gibson chasing you in a semi. Give me back my money. All right. Makes me laugh every time. Actors. There's a lot in it, obviously. But let's be real. There's a lot of names you don't know. Maybe you should know. Maybe you do know. Not a ton for me.
Maybe I don't care.
Mel Gibson. You don't care.
Wait, he's in this movie too? Wow, okay.
I mean, Brendan Gleeson as Hamish, obviously.
Right, love him. Which he goes on to be like 28 Days Later. He's in a ton of shit. Right?
Yeah, he's great actor.
Great actor. Love Brendan Gleeson.
Patrick
Brian Cox as Uncle Argyle.
Wait, who?
Yeah,
Brian
no,
Cox.
great role.
Major fucking actor. And
Big
he was
name.
offered a much bigger role. And he said, no, I'll take this guy because I feel like this role is more to it.
Dude, he was that role was pimp. Like even that role made, like, him in that role made when William Wallace came back, made his, you know, confidence and the way he carried himself and the portrayal of himself believable because of how his uncle was portrayed.
Yeah, when in like 3 scenes, he's in the movie for maybe 7 minutes.
I'm telling you, dude.
3 scenes, and he's a character you remember a ton.
I really noticed that this watch through, having watched it and having for the first time, this was watching it with a critical eye. They do such a really good job of just giving you as a viewer something to build from with very little time on screen tied up with it. Like, even though it's a 3-hour fucking epic, you know,
right.
the connection between him and Morin with the flower, you know, Hamish's dad coming back, William, come here, boy. They just do a really good job. It's very well shot. It's just a very well built, very well directed, very well executed story, you know, on screen. What about Patrick Joseph McGoohan?
King Edward, the Longshanks.
The Longshanks.
I feel like Longshanks is one of the, you know, if I am talking about English movie villains I remember, he's like the realistic one, and then Robin Hood, fucking Snape from Robin Hood, Alan Rickman.
Oh my god, Alan Rickman,
my favorite. Yeah, my favorite fucking fake villain, but yeah, definitely feel
why
like
would you use a spoon?
Yeah, right.
Because it will hurt more. Such a bad accent too, man. Like,
yep. Agreed. And we all agreed James Cosmo, best role in the film. Just such a fun character. Ian
James
Bannon.
Cosmo. Oh, Campbell.
Yeah.
Campbell. Gotcha.
Yeah. Ian Bannon plays Robert the Bruce's father, titled The Leper. He's been in a bunch of other stuff. Waking Ned Devine. You guys ever see Waking Ned Devine?
I saw it once and can't remember it.
It's about this little Irish village where his guy dies and he has won the lotto. So they go to this huge farce in making the guy think that he's still alive so they could collect.
Now I
really
remember.
Great. He's awesome in that. And then a movie called Hope and Glory, which I have thought of doing on this podcast a number of times. Just, I think, a really beautiful story about a kid growing up in war-torn Europe during World War I, I think. Again, just a great movie. Anyway,
and I actually know him. I actually know him from his role of the flight in the Flight of the Phoenix from '65. That he was nominated for an Academy Award. Yeah, I've actually seen that one. Decent. I mean, it's an old movie. But David O'Hara, you didn't even mention David O'Hara. I mentioned him earlier. David Patrick O'Hara as Stephen of Ireland.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy is fantastic.
Winner of the Chubbiest Cheeks Award.
Easiest.
I'm pretty close.
I think probably on screen, he was the most believable character. I think probably on screen. I mean, just dude, he embraced that shit. It was so good. Yes, Lord. Yeah, it's my island.
Yeah,
you mean Ireland?
Fucking question.
Yes, it's mine.
Just answer the fucking question.
Yeah.
There's also another character.
Yeah. Who's that?
Mike O'Brien. Did you go over him?
No. Who did he play?
Mike.
No, he's the freaking creepy fucking dude that caused the whole problem. He was the one that tried to rape Moran.
Yeah, then he's also the guy in the Indiana Jones movie, the Nazi guy. But I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, man.
He's been around for a
in
hot
number
minute.
3, huh? Yeah,
He's been
in
in a lot.
Temple of Doom. Or not Temple of Doom, fucking Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
Yeah, Last Crusade.
Yeah, no, he's been around for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Bernard Arthur Gordon Horsfall as yeah, I don't know.
There is a lot. I didn't realize how many.
There's a lot. There's a lot of people in this movie, and some of them really really reaching back into the golden era of Hollywood.
Agreed. Of the two female roles, you got Sophia Marceau and Catherine McCormick, Murren, and Queen Isabella. Which one are you more likely to claim prima nocta on?
I mean, easy. I'm gonna get both of them. They're both gonna get married. I'm just gonna. Why is it got to be an either or?
Why you gotta choose?
No. But really, who was the better character, the better acting?
Well, I mean, there is a third one where she was diffusing, not those two characters, the other female character, where she was diffusing the fight when he was like, the husband was like, no, you're not gonna take my wife, and she walked over and diffused the situation.
Oh yeah, she never even spoke though. She was a B-roll. McClana's wife.
I mean, that was a pretty powerful scene, I thought.
Murren's mom. Yeah.
She was
and then there's
that's not Murren's mom.
No?
No.
Then I don't know who you're talking about.
No, we're talking about
Christy Brown's mom?
The only on-screen enactment of prima nocta. He comes down right after William Wallace gets back, and the bride comes up. And, no, a very powerful scene. Jason's made a good call out. Very powerful scene.
Agreed.
Was it the best acting? It was just a powerful scene, I thought. She could
slow-mo.
My body, but not my spirit. It was, I don't know, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was very well done.
Indeed.
So, so my question is, the whole French thing. What's your vote for the best French thing? I mean, I got a top 3 French things personally. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
French fries, French toast, and French kissing. That's all I got for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, and I'd take that. I was gonna say I'd take that list and I'd flip it.
That's right.
I didn't want to start with the third one, Yeah.
And then I'd take that third one off. Honestly, I don't know if I'd give French fries that high of rating.
I love French fries,
but I can't. French's mustard probably.
I took you for a Grey Poupon kind of guy. Pardon me.
No, actually, spicy mustard, not a fan. Not a fan. So Murren in this movie, throat cut off the screen. You don't see it. You just see, though. You know what I mean? It's all implied. And then when he gets back at the dude, you definitely see that. Quite a graphic.
Absolutely show it. Yeah.
Swap up for the man. I mean, is that sexist? It's cool to see a man's throat get slit, but not.
No, I think it's a matter of staging. I think it was a matter of, all right, so you don't witness the horror, you get to imagine it, right? Like, so they've already built up this huge emotional.
Well, she was looking around.
She's looking to see him. Yeah. Where is he?
Panic in her eyes. Yeah. Where's my knight in shining armor? Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, come save me. And then they completely don't show it. But then when he's getting his vengeance, they almost have to. Yeah. And I think that's when it escalates. They escalate. I think it was designed that way. It's an escalation.
I thought he did it rather fast. I mean, I thought we could prolong that scene out a little bit more, but he just walked up, cut his throat, walked away. I was like, okay, cool. Like that was done.
I honestly, I thought they were going to draw out the scene where they cut her throat more. Like on this watch through, I had remembered that being a more drawn out scene, and it's just like,
now let this scrapper come to me.
See, and it'd been long enough since I had seen the movie. I was like, oh, didn't they go looking for him, or didn't they put the word out? He's got to come, he's got to show. Nope, they just bring straight cut that bitch's throat.
Threw her wedding towel on the ground, whatever it was called.
I mean, he could have at least got the prima nocta first.
I mean,
maybe he got it after. I don't know.
There's no proof. No proof to show she was married. That would have been
the little
unlawful.
fucking cloth he pulled out. That was the freaking proof she was married. Yeah.
How do you know for sure? Do the English really know Scottish ways like that?
No, of course not.
I mean, I kind of enjoyed the wedding where they're out in the forest with just the two of them and the person doing the wedding. It was pretty nice. Nice little scene. Keep it simple.
Yeah, like
I mean, the titties were great.
Are they getting married by a Catholic priest in the 1300s?
Probably.
And is she 12 and he's 40?
Yeah. I mean, in real life, it's definitely possible that that's the exact age. And yeah, the titties were great.
Just in summary,
best. We're gonna find out if the English knew that much about Scottish heritage when we play a quick round of Scotland, New Zealand, or Australia. I'm gonna read you.
So apparently we're the embodiment of the British.
All right.
That's right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really doing that shit.
I was like, okay, I was gonna go Australia.
What else you guys got?
Well, I mean,
that we didn't cover. I feel like we've covered this entire movie minute by minute.
There's so many quotes in this movie. I mean, you can quote so many things. But I mean, I like the beginning of it where it says, I know you can fight, but our wits is what make us men. I kind of like that line. That was pretty good to me. And it was
just because Russ is absent, like the quotables on this movie are insane.
Yeah.
Like when Edward DeLongshanks turns around and the guy says, "That's an excellent idea, Majesty." And he says, "Is it?" And I realized in that moment, I was like, Ben uses that all the fucking time.
All the fucking time. Dude. Yeah.
Is it?
Time. Yeah. Is it? Yes. All the time. Yeah. Longshanks is kind of a personal hero of mine. He didn't take shit from nobody. Fucking.
Not even his own
son.
Yeah,
this is your war council.
The only other thing I had on my list was the music. I'm the music guy.
Honestly, great score.
I mean, James Horner, I guess is how you pronounce his name, unless I'm wrong. I'm reading it also did, Titanic, Avatar, The Perfect Storm, and of course my favorite, Radio. I think he I know you've seen Radio. I know you've seen Radio. I just watched it recently.
Poor Cuba Gooding Jr. Come on, man.
That's great. I mean,
the soundtrack on that one is not as good as this one, obviously, but yeah, the soundtrack on this one just kind of hits home.
The sounds from this movie were definitely a cultural phenomenon, probably for the next decade.
Best sound editing. Yeah, best sound editing. Like you said, the hammer to that guy's helmet.
Oh yeah,
it's like, dude, the sound for this movie is phenomenal.
I don't even want to know what the Foley crew had to do on post-production to make all of that work, and just so much of it, like the depictions of the fields after the conclusion of the battles, right? Like, so
right,
they come to the end of that first battle at Falkirk. I think Falkirk might have been the second
Falkirk's
one.
The one he lost.
Okay, yeah, so Falkirk, yeah, so
Battle of Stirling Bridge is the one where he won.
All right, so Stirling Bridge, the first one where he shows up and he friggin' stomps all over the nobles and tells the guy to come across the field and kiss his own ass. Right. And they get to the end of that battle and you're looking out over the battlefield, and I think they really capture it probably better than any other movie I've watched. The only other real honest depiction that I've seen of medieval battle was in a Highlander film that made me really look at it and be like, man, that war back then was incredibly personal.
And it's definitely intimate.
Exceptionally wasteful.
How many dude? Yeah, how many guys you think like killed two people and they're like, wow, this sucks. I want to get out of this. I
want to be here. Yeah.
Well, right. and I guess I gotta kill my way to freedom.
Yeah, and he was like, go ahead and shoot the arrows and hit my own people. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Whatever. We'll hit them too. They're stuck right there.
I mean, keep in mind, there is no clean water. There is no penicillin. There is no clean bandages.
No.
You know, you get hit by an arrow anywhere on your body. You know, you get cut anywhere on your body. You know, the chances are you're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's no Uber. You have to like hobble your ass back home. You know, it's not like you're around the corner.
And for that first scene where he's victorious on the field of battle and he looks back over the battle and you got all the warriors that survive standing there and he's yelling and everybody's yelling. And it's like, dude, you guys literally have your compatriots wounded crawling at your feet, you know, being like, oh my God, I'm dying. Save me.
Dear God, you gotta save me.
Save me.
Yeah.
I'm literally bleeding out while you celebrate.
That's the one time he didn't look down and to the left. The whole fucking movie was that moment.
Right? I mean, what the fuck, dude?
You look down. Yeah, come on.
The time when it would have served somebody best.
The last part I wanted to bring up was the ending part. You know, I mean, where he's, you know, he's getting tortured and, you know, and the guys are in the crowd watching it. I mean, that's some fucked up shit, man. I expected the torture scene to go longer. But when I was watching it, I was thinking, you know, I feel like the executioner would be a really good rollback then. I feel like you can get ahead of things. I can really get ahead of things. But I was reading about him a little bit, and it says that executioners didn't like giving high fives. They just kind of preferred to leave people hanging. But no, I mean, I think that scene, that scene in general is just, you know, where, you know, it says freedom and drops the, you know, the wedding cloth thing. I wish I knew the name of the wedding cloth. I feel like I'm disrespecting by saying wedding cloth.
I think it's handkerchief.
I feel better.
That's not right. That's
not right. I feel better.
That's not right.
Pretty sure it's promise rag.
Promise rag.
Wow. Bad offending an entire cultural phenomenon.
I don't. That's probably not even real, bro. Like, this movie is so full of shit.
Of all the movies,
he's like, let's put a drawing on a fucking piece of paper and pass it between us.
I was disappointed for all of the things that they did portray on this movie. That what they didn't portray was him being drawn and quartered. I mean, come on, man, give us the money shot. Like I've been 3 hours at this shit, and I don't get to see this motherfucker torn into 5 pieces. Come on.
Oh yeah, they're like, send his
too graphic for 95.
Yeah,
too graphic for 95.
I was like, isn't the London Bridge in Arizona when they said that? I was like, well, maybe not. Back then. He'll send his head to the London Bridge. I'm like, Arizona does not need his head. Oh, wait, you know.
Arizona didn't exist.
Yeah.
I know. It wouldn't exist for another 400 and fucking something years. What do you know?
Well, you know, this movie's not very historically correct, so I figured, fuck it, I'll just throw that out there.
This is fair. Right.
Absolutely. This show, however, 100% historically accurate. Please like, subscribe, hit that notifications button.
Yeah, ring the bell. That way you get notified every time we upload a new episode. And you know, the one thing that I was really waiting for was speaking of the execution scene when he's hanging from the rope. I was like, where the fuck's Robin Hood?
Yeah,
why isn't he shooting the fucking rope? Right. I mean, come on, man. Where's the daring rescue?
Yeah,
bitch.
Needed a backup guy. All right.
Bunch of bitches.
Peace.